And that would be under the amazing but true file. Okay. I mean, EOS, what was that? EOS.com?
EOS Energy Storage.
EOSEnergyStorage.com. And make sure you go online and check this out, because what they're talking about, of course, we're getting redirected to somebody who's selling oil.
Oh, no, really? Oh, that's just evil.
Yeah, okay. At any rate, EOS, and make sure you get on there. It's messed up when that happens for real, okay? I mean, it just really is. Make sure you get on there and realize that, yeah, we don't have energy storage, which is vitally necessary for an eco-friendly system. The generators are always running, even when the lights aren't on.
Yeah, I know. Just imagine how they feel in New York if they had this kind of technology.
Not to point out any glaring
I know I keep coming back to that, but
Yeah,
the U.S. infrastructure is falling apart while it's spending, what, $2 billion a day on the Pentagon?
Yes. When we're taking a look at what... sorry, something shiny here. My internet went off for a second, okay, and sorry to change rails right away. Right now, they're talking about a fiscal cliff that Obama is facing. This is another fake economic disaster that the banks are manufacturing out of nowhere, just like the money, okay? And Obama's facing that. No solutions, though.
Well, they're just going to borrow more money, aren't they? Or just print more money.
And they said $40 billion a month they're going to dump into it. Japanese central bank just said unlimited loans to commercial banks from now on. Okay, so yeah, did you hear that?
What?
That was on Japan Today.
What?
Japan's central bank has said it's going to issue unlimited loans to commercial banks, no restrictions.
And China's printing money like it's going out of style,
That's
too,
right.
because they want to prop up their economy as well.
Okay. So we're seeing not just an economic collapse, we're seeing the biggest fraud ever to occur in history, and they're calling it an economic collapse, which is just nonsense. You can't be in debt when there was nothing on the other side of the table to be in debt to. Okay, sorry, but when I see it on CBC, instead of Canadian news, we've got Americans, again, on the front page of CBC News. It gets a little bit under my skin.
Well, these economists really don't know what they're talking about anyway, do they?
Why do you keep taking the words of economists when they're driving the whole ship off of a cliff? Why do you keep interviewing these guys? No journalism. Our journalism has brought us to the environment today, and we're rethinking progress. Is that what it is?
Well, we're rethinking the economy we have right now.
Okay.
Make it more circular so things work better.
Oh, okay.
And here's a little progress clip to update people on.
Living systems have been around for a few billion years and will be around for many more. In the living world, there's no landfill. Instead, materials flow. One species' waste is another's food, energy is provided by the sun, things grow, then die, and nutrients return to the soil safely. And it works. Yet as humans, we've adopted a linear approach. We take, we make, and we dispose. A new phone comes out, so we ditch the old one. Our washing machine packs up, so we buy another. Each time we do this, we're eating into a finite supply of resources and often producing toxic waste. It simply can't work long term. So what can? If we accept that the living world's cyclical model works, can we change our way of thinking so that we too operate a circular economy? Let's start with the biological cycle. How can our waste build capital rather than reduce it? By rethinking and redesigning products and components, and the packaging they come in, we can create safe and compostable materials that help grow more stuff. As they say in the movies, no resources have been lost in the making of this material. So what about the washing machines, mobile phones, fridges? We know they don't biodegrade. Here, we're talking about another sort of rethink. A way to cycle valuable metals, polymers and alloys so they maintain their quality and continue to be useful beyond the shelf life of individual products. What if the goods of today became the resources of tomorrow? It makes commercial sense. Instead of the throw away and replace culture we've become used to, we'd adopt a return and renew one, where products and components are designed to be disassembled and regenerated. One solution may be to rethink the way we view ownership. What if we never actually owned our technologies? We simply licensed them from the manufacturers. Now, let's put these two cycles together. Imagine if we could design products to come back to their makers, their technical materials being reused and their biological parts increasing agricultural value. And imagine that these products are made and transported using renewable energy. Here we have a model that builds prosperity long term. And the good news is, there are already companies out there who are beginning to adopt this way of working. But the circular economy isn't about one manufacturer changing one product. It's about all the interconnecting companies that form our infrastructure and economy coming together. It's about energy. It's about rethinking the operating system itself. We have a fantastic opportunity to open new perspectives and new horizons. Instead of remaining trapped in the frustrations of the present, with creativity and innovation, we really can rethink and redesign our future.
And you know, the part that I like the best about it is you ask the universe for solutions and boom, there's someone with a real solution.
Exactly. People out there need to rethink their economy.
And also, you know, I'm going to bring out the major point. Why don't we make stuff to last 20 years or a lifetime?
Because Edison said, if you make a light bulb that burns forever, how will I make money?
There you go. And it's actually true. There is a fire department in the United States that has a 100-year-old light bulb.
Yeah.
Okay, and it still runs. It can be. Light bulbs and those things can be made not to break down. A fan can be made not to break down. You can last for 20 years.
But there's no profit in that. They do it. It's called built-in obsolescence.
I know. And that's an American idea. We see that they adopted that from Japan or from China or, oh, wait a second, capitalism. Right now, we do have solutions. We want you to get on that and start getting the debate going on why we don't create industry that creates prosperity. Okay, yeah. And that's really what the problem is. I don't care if bankers are making money or not. I care if we have a long-term plan for the species. That's where I come from.
Exactly. Now, the people in New York need help. And seeing they're not getting help, a call has gone out for Anonymous to get involved.
Wow. Okay.
And they put the call out themselves. And here is what they want people to do.
Salutations to society. In the wake of the recent tragedies that have crushed the East Coast of the United States of America, we ask all Anons to please help where you can in providing for your neighbors, your fellow citizens, and even your fellow Anons. On the 10th of November, we will travel to New York City. Here, we will help rebuild the city, which has been crushed by the forces of nature. We will aid the citizens in any way possible. Bring food and water. Bring your love and compassion. and bring your mask. For we are anonymous. We are legion. We are the people. Expect us.
And just like usual, it's human beings who are taking care of businesses and not corporations, which have been given human value. I support Anonymous 100%, not FBI and CIA posing as anonymous, not people who say that they're anonymous and show up. And of course, I kind of laugh at Parliament for summoning Anonymous to answer to dictates.
That's just too funny.
Oh, man. Talking about asinine, talking about not understanding the way that things work in the real world. And, of course, the Jeff Mantler case, police brutality in focus. Remember that the judge asked why a crack consumer didn't run to the police when he thought he was going to be mugged by a drug dealer.
Yeah, that'll work out real well.
I mean...
Especially policemen that have a reputation for beating people up.
Yeah, I know. Oh, you didn't trust the police? Well, why didn't you give them the benefit of the doubt? Because we know what we get. Okay, we're going to take a quick break right now. We're winding things up. Things are moving so fast. Coming up right after the break, what are we talking about?
We're talking about the UK spending money they shouldn't be.
Ah, excellent. Okay, we'll be right back.
This episode of Our Nation's Leaders That Have Never Had a Job Outside of Politics is brought to you by The Game of Social Life.
Yay!
Get lazy in the game of social life. You can spend more time with the kids and your wife. Don't be a doctor, they work too hard. CEO, no, or security guard.
Your successful business trip is your tax rate.
Get lazy, taxes take your money away. So why go through the trouble mediocrity pays?
Wait 2 years for cancer treatment. Lose 24 turns. Oh man, inflation card. Everyone lose half your money.
Get lazy, you don't have to go to school. Get free money, spend more time by your pool. If you go to college, man, those school loans are lame. Why go through the trouble when we all make the same?
You fall behind on your mortgage. Yes, collect $1,000 every turn. You are current on your mortgage. Pay an extra $1,000 every turn. The key is to not have any ambition.
Get lazy, there are no rich people to hate. Bring rich people down, hate life great. The spinner has only the number 1, so nobody gets an unfair advantage. We wouldn't want anybody to win now.
What? Huh?
Every other space is tax day. Well, for the dummies who make enough money to pay taxes. Get lazy. Buy it while it's still available. Available only until there are no more rich people to leech off of and the middle class goes completely extinct, leaving only extremely poor, and not the kind of poor where you can still afford an iPod. By Death of the Constitution Games.
Hey guys, who won?
I don't know. I think we all lost.
Okay, so the guess is that commercial produced for the 1%? That's my honest question.
That would be my guess.
For those of us in the network, we ran a questionable commercial, and you have to get on YouTube to check it out.
It was still kind of funny.
But it's actually true, because people who supposedly are educated right now are carrying more debt than people who are uneducated. And remember, you can go through, get your PhD or get your doctorate in almost anything. You're no better off. You're even farther in debt. And, of course, you know, these people who think they're rich and entitled actually are worse off than people who are debt-free.
Well, I think they missed the point between commercial welfare and personal welfare.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's those big bailouts. Isn't that big welfare?
Corporate welfare.
Corporate welfare.
And if you want to know how corporate welfare works, just go to Corporate Welfare on Radio Free Canada. I'm Darin Howard, and I bring you the channel of Radio Free Canada. Okay, and you're Robert Nisbet.
I am Robert Nisbet, most of the time anyway.
Is this what we got? Is this what you want to run? What do you want to run?
Well, we just did a fun clip. We could do another one.
No, I mean, whatever you want. I don't care. I'm easy today, man. It's Friday.